Hello everybody, this is GMX48 and welcome back to a new episode of Prehistoric Kingdom. So, I'm continuing on the Dinosaur Park Formation dinosaurs. So, now I'm gonna work on the enclosure for Lambeosaurus. Of course, since this requirement is 5, I'm gonna have 5 with each of its unique skins. So 5 for the skin, 5 for this one, and 5 for cosmic. Wow. And that's Crestnut, and that's the other one, unique. Okay. Yeah, that'll be it for Lambeosaurus. Alright, so I do have a enclosure old prepared, as it's at the pathway around it. And what I'm gonna do is work on the shelter, and of course the inside of the enclosure itself. So let's do precisely that. Turn this on, lower this down. Or change that to haunted. Okay, I'm gonna move this actually a little off to the side. Think that would do. I'm gonna have 15 of these things. So 1. Well, actually, I need to do this all by myself. I'll figure out how vector shelter is gonna be. Hang on. Okay, so I do have the shelter built out. It's gonna be a 14 by 14 main base shelter. It houses 15 Lambeosaurs. So, anyways, let me get to work on turning that into a nice animal shelter for these Lambeosaurs. Alright, that's one Lambeosaurus shelter built. Mind the fact that I did actually made it a bit smaller than this initially version I initially imagined. But I think it won't be that much of a big problem for these Lambeosaurs. How I place their beds. Right, now for the fencing. It's to be medium, 2.5 meters tall. Alright, good one. It has good visibility. This medium. Low, that's low. And also not medium, but that visibility is poor. That's medium, poor visibility, poor visibility, zero visibility. Small, small. No, that's medium. Good visibility. I think I'll just go for this one. Okay, so turn that off. Turn on the angle snap. Alright, first one will go right next to the shelter. Should be about here. Then see what I'm doing. Actually, I don't think I can see what I'm doing. It's dark, so give me a quick second while I zoom up the time to make it day. Okay, now it's become dawn. I can see a little bit better. Go. Something stop doing in here. 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 Still need the Spinosaurus. Oh wait, there. Oh wait, the Enclosure is right next. Forgot why I keep replacing these animals. There's Styracosaurus. Sitting around happy. Go. Actually, let me see if the other one is in the right place. Yep, it is. Then here. And of course, alright, I think. Huh! Order is 31,147 meters. Alright. So, that's probably more than enough space to house 50 Lambeosaurus. Yep, I'm saying correct. That definitely more than enough space. Alright, so I actually did some research on what kind of environment this thing likes, and it's ironically the same as Styracosaurus. But I won't be surprised if it's indeed the same for Lambeosaurus Walkeri. Alright, so that would mean I'll do the same thing vice versa with Styracosaurus. Its animals, habitat, meaning I'll do mostly coastal and wetland for this animal. Okay, so let's get to work on decorating the inside of this enclosure. Alright, so I'm of course gonna start with some coastal grass for the most part. After just for to cover up the entire enclosure firstly, I'll figure out where I'm gonna place the wetland parts afterwards. Of course, when I place some rocks, that will be like a waterfall, like I normally do in this scenario. And Parasaurolophus Walkeri will go right next door to Lambeosaurus. Alright, that should be perfect. Alright, so figure out where I'm gonna place my waterfall rocks. If I do figure out where, that's precisely where the wetland part of this enclosure will be. So give me a quick second to think. Alright, so I did put out the rocks on where the water's gonna flow. Now I'm gonna river water run from here to here, and hopefully it'll be enough for these Lambeosaurus. Of course, the depth of it will be a meter deep. I think it'll be fine. Dinosaurs. Here. And going along. Hey, let's go around. That much water. Okay, it needs a little bit more, so give me a quick sec. Okay, so I did increase the size of the water, obviously in this part, and I think it looks good. Alright, now smooth things out. On it. Oh yeah, keeps raising up. Yeah, well. That looks perfect. Of course, this up. The splash effects. Going down the waterfall. Oh. Oh god, I have no idea why I just did that. Over here. And there we go. Right then, now the next step is to perform this section with just wetland. Now let me do that real quick. Alright, the wetland part of this enclosure is finished. Now, of course, I'm gonna do a lot more decorating, so it cannot just be like this, but a lot more natural for this dinosaur, for Lambeosaurus. So let me work my magic right here, and voila! This is the wetland part of the Lambeosaurus enclosure. I'll say it looks cool, especially what I did right here. I had like a little bridge for the Lambeosaurus to walk on. Anyways, now that's taken care of. Now I can work on this part where it's gonna be just coastal plains. Yeah, so let me do that real quick. And here we are. This is the Lambeosaurus enclosure all finished. Coastal here, and my gosh, hold on. Coastal. Oh wait, this is the I think I'm forgetting wetland. Yeah, wetland. I am doing said a different word than wetland. But yeah, coastal and wetland. How do you prefer stuff for Lambeosaurus and Park? Alright then. Now I'm gonna have these dinosaurs hatched and incubated. So 1, 2, 2, 3. Wait a minute. Oh, wait, that's an albino. I don't want an albino. Okay, we're good. No mutated ones. Let's get mutations, I mean. Alright, so now, unique. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and lastly, cosmic. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. There we go. All 15 Lambeosaurus. Alright, so I want the first one over here. Ones I'll put over here. Third one's way over here. There we go. have a Lambeosaurus and Park.
Lambeosaurus, a crested hadrosaur from the late Cretaceous. In my opinion, the most interesting thing about hadrosaurs isn't the presence or absence of a crest, but the way they move. They're able to walk as bipeds or quadrupeds as the situation demands. A rare feature in the animal kingdom.
That's true. Okay. Where the heck is the, here we go. See if they're, right, Lambeosaurus, Lambeosaurus. Okay, that's upside down over here. Better. How about the upper side? Yep, it's good. Alright, Lambeosaurus is now here in the park. Great. Of course, the next video will focus on me getting Parasaurolophus Walkeri in the park. Because that'll be in the next video. Yeah, so if you all enjoyed this build on Prehistoric Kingdom, you can give a big thumbs up if you do like this video of this build of Lambeosaurus Enclosure. Also, let me know in the comment section what y'all like about this video, or what other videos you're interested in seeing in the future on my channel. It could be this or anything else. Just let me know in the comments. Also, can check out my Prehistoric Kingdom playlist for this and any videos you may have missed. There'll be a link in the description down below on the end screen right here, so you can check that out as well. And anyways, if you enjoy my tongue starts working. So if you all enjoy my content, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, which will also be right here in the end screen, or to my brother's YouTube channel, which is DDog101Boy. He'll be in the screen right here, or the link is down below, so you check him out as well. Anyways, thank you all for watching for this episode of Prehistoric Kingdom. I'll see you all in the next one. Have a good day.